Hello learner, welcome back to our channel. Hope you have subscribed to this channel through which you are watching this video. This is our next AutoCAD recording. We are going to do some simple exercises, and note that we are going to use these three methods of entry. And let's see as we start off. This is a simple drawing that I would like us to do together. So we are going to go right where we have our AutoCAD, open AutoCAD. The version you are using is 2000. This is not the best, but for running purposes it is going to be very okay because it is simple. The layout are simple. So for running purposes it is the best, but for commercial purposes we have other versions that are much newer. These that are moving around, I hope you are familiar with them. They are called floating toolbars or docked toolbars. So docked meaning we can attach them to any part of the screen. Floating means you can just float them anywhere on the screen. Usually the drawing toolbar, you float it on the left side of the screen, and the modifying toolbar, you float it on the other side, on the right side of the screen. We have another that we call the dimensioning toolbar. Usually we attach it up here, and then we have the last one, the object property toolbar. So these four toolbars we very much use them. They are very useful. Actually, there are 5. There is also the standard toolbar. So we should be having dimensioning, drawing, modifying, object property, and standard toolbar. These 4 toolbars, we very much use them, and quite often you are going to need to use them. And you can attach them on any part of the screen. Let me attach the drawing toolbar there. Let me attach the others below it. The object property, let me attach it here, and then the modifying toolbars. Let me put it there. If you cannot find them, you can right click on the gray area of the screen, and then you can activate them from there. The dimensioning, drawing, modifying, object property, standard toolbar, they are all active. You can see they are checked. If they are not checked, you can check them to bring them on the screen. But the same tools, you can find them in the respective menus. The drawing menu, the dimensioning menu, the modifying menu have the same tools as they are there on the toolbars. So to start off the drawing, I'm going to draw the framing rectangle. So starting from 0, 0. And I'm going to draw at a dimension of 10 along X and Y 7. So take a rectangle, start from point 0, 0, and then 10, 7, X is 10, Y 7, separate them with a comma. So this area is the one that I'm going to draw on. If you look, I should be able to zoom like that using this zooming toolbar. This is pan for moving the work area to where I want it to go. If you look, I am starting the rectangle from point 0, 0. If I may dimension that, and also dimension this other one here. This is not 10,000, it is 10.00, 7.00. So starting from there, and also dimension ordinate, and since it is an ordinate, make sure it is a coordinate that you have dimension, so that is 0.00, 0,0. The rest of the inner items, the rectangle, the line, and the circle, I want now to draw them. The first rectangle, not like the framing rectangle, the other rectangles also are being drawn using only two corners. The first corner and the last corner. You specify two corners of a rectangle, and the rest of the two other corners automatically follow, get in, automatically proportionally get in according to, based on the first two that you have put. So you only need to specify the coordinate of this corner and the last corner, and then the rest are automatic. So take the rectangle. So this, how far is this corner from the origin? It is 2, 1, this 2 and this 1. Horizontally 2, vertically 1, this corner. Along x is 2, so I take the rectangle and light 2 for x, y, 1. And then how far is the next rectangle, the next corner of that rectangle? 2 plus 4, 1 plus 1. So it is at 6, 2. The rectangle, let me take it. It is at 3, 3, and then the other one is going to be 3. The first 3 added by 1, the second 3 added by added 3. So the next corner of that rectangle is going to be at 4, 6. So let me take a rectangle. 3, 3 is the first corner. 4, 6 is the next corner. Circle, let me take a circle. If you read, we continue with the circle. So take the circle. The circle, if you take it, you will be asked to specify on the command area here. Note most of what we are inputting on the card is on the command area. So specify the center of the circle. So the center, we can work it out. How far is the center from the origin? It is 10 minus 2, 7 minus 1. So I can say with the confidence that the center is 8, 6, 10 minus 2 and 7 minus 1. And the radius, if you read the command area, the radius of the circle. So what I have been given here is a diameter of 1. So radius I can specify to be 0.5. And then take the line, specify the first line point for the command. That is what I'm being asked on the command area. 6.25, 6.25 and 4. If I take the upper part to be my first line, 6.25 and 4. The lower point, if I take that to be my next point, 8.9, 0.932, 1.25, and I can cut. So I have totally come up with a drawing. If I dimension to see whether I have come up with what I had been given. Can you see what I have here? I can dimension all the lines, and I can dimension all the spaces required. If I cannot track this here, it is because the snap settings is not on, so that I can specify the points as best, so I can be able to find it there. So make sure you have you are able to dimension whatever you need to dimension, whether it is a space or it is a line, or if it is a coordinate, then since I don't have a coordinate, what I have is an ordinate. I will specify whatever ordinate I have been given. So whichever I come up with here, and then go to the property and make that now a coordinate 6.25 and 4, and the lower part .932 1.25. That is what I have. And even the other one, the 3 here, I can dimension that. This is 3. And you can be sure everything is according to how it should look like. My drawing is like how you can see it here. And I hope you have been able to follow through that. As we move to the next drawings, still more of the same concepts. So if you have not entirely gotten how we have come up with this, don't worry. You are going to follow through the next drawing, and it is more of the same thing that we are going to repeat here. Again, draw the framing rectangle. So let me for now remove what I have drawn here. And take the line. I'm going to draw the whole of this now using a line. So I'm going to start from 2, 2, then follow that line, the route through which I've been given value, that is the one I'm going to follow. So take the line, draw from 2, 2, look at the command area, the lower part here. I am specifying the first point to be 2, 2. The next point, how far is this from the origin? It is 2, according to the 2, 2 here. 2 plus 2. So it is 2, 4. So that is 2, 4. The next point, how far is it? We said this is 4 on Y. 2 on X, 4 on Y. So X is going to increase by 2. So it is going to be 4. So here X was 2, Y was 4. If we increase X by 2, it has become 4, Y remains 4. So it is going to be 4, 4. From 4, 4, now look what we have input. We want to go up 2. So currently X is 4, Y increase from 4 to 6. Going across, increasing from 4, X now becomes 6, Y remains 6. And going out, down, going down, I am at 6, 6, so Y reduces from 6 to 2. X remains 6, Y becomes 2. And again, now X reduces from 6 to 2, and Y remain at 2. I have come up with a drawing. If I was to dimension, you should be able to see this is 2, like what I had been given. This is 2 again. And this is 4, and this other 4. So this is, if this is 2 and this is 4, That means this is 2. If this is 2 and this is 4, that means this is 2. Now, that is if you have looked at the different methods of entry, the method I'm using is absolute coordinate inputting, since I am putting the point as they are in relation to WCS. WCS is the AutoCAD default origin, 0, 0. So every point is being input exact as it is based on X and Y. So this point here from the origin is 2, 2. This other one is 2, 4. This other one is 4, 4. 4, 6. 6, 6. Every point here is being related from the origin. Now, if I opt to use relative inputting, relative coordinate inputting, I'm going to say, I'm going to enter points in relation to the first point that you have entered. So I'm going to say, I'm going to input at a given distance, at a distance of X and Y from that previous point that I have input. So just tracing through this, I'm going to start from 2, 2. That is my first point. The next point is at how far X, nothing. I'm not going to have any distances of X, only Y. And then from there, I go to at. This time, I'm going to move to on X, and I'm not going to have any distance of Y. Note that is from the previous point. From this point to go here, I'm not having any values of Y, only values of X. And if I want now to go up, I should go at a distance of 0 on X, Y, 2. So to go to the upper point here, from this current point, there's no values of X, only values of Y. So X is 0, Y is 2. And now going again, moving up across, that is 2X, Y 0. Moving down, that is negative 4 on X, so Y, X is 0, negative 4 on Y. Note negative, since I wanted to go back downward. If I put positive 4, it will move upward. Again, this one, negative 4, at negative 4, 0. If I put positive 4, it will move forward, but negative 4, it will go backwards. So that is using relative referencing. And now I want to use polar coordinate inputting, where still the point of reference is the previous point that I've used. But this time I'm now going to use distance and angle. Moving up, if this is the current point, moving up is going to be 90 degrees. Moving this direction is going to be 0 degrees. Moving this direction is going to be 180 degrees. You can even look, can you see the tracing? That is 90 degrees. You can see the polar tracking. And this other side, you can see it is 0. This direction is 270. This direction is 180. So I want to move at 2 and an angle of 90. It is going to take me where? At a distance of 2 and an angle of 90. Did it take me there? At distance of 2 and an angle of 0. A distance of 2 and an angle of 90. A distance of 2 and an angle of 0. A distance of 4 and an angle of 270. How did I put that? A distance of 4 and an angle of 270. It is going to take me down there. a distance of for an angle of 180. It is going to take me there. So using 3 different methods, I can be able to accomplish this drawing here. So from that one, let me try to make this. So this one, it is the same drawing, but now with an inner tracing of 0.25 separation from the outer tracing, 0.25 points all around. So let me say, if I take the line, the first point, if I say I want to, let me say 2.25, 2.25. Without telling you, I want you to see where 2.25 and 2.25 has been put. So it means from the point 2, which is the point of the area tracing, outer tracing, that corner, to go to the upper corner, it is going to need on X to be having a distance of 0.25 and on Y 2.25. So that now I can move from this corner here, 2.25, 2.25 to come up here. Now, moving up, this distance is 2. This one is going to reduce by 2.25 here, 0.25 here, and 0.25 here up here. So what is going to remain is a distance of 1.5. Angle is 90. Moving across, this is 2, so this is going to be 2 reduced by 0.25, but added here the same distance. So the distance is going to remain 2, and the angle is 0. Moving up, the same case, what I'm going to reduce up here is going to be added down here. So distance is going to remain 2, angle is 90. Moving across, just like here, there is a distance that I'm going to reduce here from 2 and another here from 2. So what is going to remain is 1.5. So distance is at 1.5, angle is 0. Moving down, what I'm going to reduce here from 4 and here is going to total to 0.5. So the distance remaining is 3.5, angle is 270. And again, I go back to where I started. So I have managed to come up with the same drawing like here. So this point you can draw the lines, draw this line and draw this other line based on the points that you have been given. And also this line, you start it up here, move it down to where it will meet this other one at a perpendicular point. So let's say we start from where it was 419.0.5, 419.5. Here the other one was 96, and then move it until where it will meet the other one at a perpendicular point, and you click there. So even if I was to measure the distance be the angular distance of the two, you should see it is 90 degrees, meaning the two are perpendicular. From there, I think now you have been able to follow through these, and you can be able to draw using either of the three methods that we have used. Absolute, where all points are relating from how far they are from the origin, which is the AutoCAD origin, which is this one here, the 00 mark, or relative, based on how far every other point is related from the previous point, how far every other point is distant from the previous point. And polar, the same way, how far every other point is spaced or distant from the previous in terms of distance and angle. The other one is in terms of x and y. The relative, the distance of one point from the previous is based on the values of x and y distances, but for Pora it is based on a given distance and a given angle from the previous point. So you can work any drawing based on those two. Those three methods of entry. Working out this one, let's see how I can work out this. It's a simple drawing also. So I'm going to remove everything in here and take the line. I'm going to start from line 0.11, then go to 2. I cannot follow this direction because I've not been given this point or this. I'm going to follow the route through which I have been given values. So taking the line, I am going to start at 1, 1, then 2, 2, then you can see I'm using absolute 3, but now it is, I can change to 3 on x and nothing on y, and the other one is 1 at 0, -1, and the other one is 2 at 2, 0, and going on. Now here I have 2 years, but what angle am I going to set? Because if I use 135 and moving up is 90, it means my line is going to exceed 90 by some value to get to 135. But I wanted to go this direction. Now, assuming flat line from here all the way to here is 180. 180 reduced by 135 should remain 45. So the angle I'm going to use is 45. So at 2, angle 45. I'm now going to use 135. Moving up again, distance is 3, angle is 90. And like that, again, something to note also is that you can show the direction is 180. The dotted line, if it gives you direction, the dotted line tells you that line is moving perpendicular. So at 180, so I can just put 1 and enter. Then show direction again, the dotted line, 1, enter. That is a shortcut for Pora, meaning I have already showed by direction angle. What I need now is just distance. It's a shortcut of Pora. 3, so moving this direction, 3, enter. And then moving down 1.4, so again 1.4, enter. Moving 2.6 this direction, 2.6, enter, and I can again now click where I started, and that is that. Dimension every of the points that you think is 135. If these two angles are okay, I should be comfortable that others are also going to be okay. Don't have to dimension every single line, just some few to certify that what I have drawn is really nothing but what I have been given. So I hope you continue dimensioning to the center of the other points that you have been given, including the including these coordinates. So take the ordinate, dimension one of the ordinates, convert it from an ordinate to a coordinate. Let's convert it from an ordinate to a coordinate, like that. And also the other one, take ordinate, dimension that ordinate, convert it to an coordinate, and it is done. And that drawing is done. Let me see, this drawing is more of the same like what I have before. I want you to continue with the same knowledge that you have gotten from this one, working out the angles and the lines as you move around. Please do come up with this drawing. It is a simple drawing. That one I want to see what you will come up with. The next drawing that I think we should do together is this one. Let's see how we can work out this one. Okay, now let us work out this drawing using the same framing. Let me remove everything. Let me just remain with the framing. Now, using this framing, let me work out the circles that I'm going to divide. So the center here, if you can look, it is 5, 4. The center of the two circles is 5, 4. This is 90 degrees, so it is going to be cut perpendicular there. And the diameter of the outer circle is 5. Diameter is 5, and radius of the inner circle is 1. That is what we have been given. So take a circle, 5, 4 is the center, and the diameter is, if I may like the D to be asked for a diameter, 5, and with the same center, if I can click the center to start at that point. 1.5 is the diameter of the 1, not 1.5. Yeah, it was 1. So click the sun, take the circle. You can see the center, so you just click there. 1 is the diameter, the circle's radius. Take the line, move along until you find the quadrant point. Draw from that quadrant point up to the center and again to the other quadrant point. There is a tool here. I don't know how many have I shown you how to work with here. I want to work with a tool for trimming. Enter on the keyboard and then click all the unwanted parts of your object. Like that. That done, this other part here. The point here, the coordinate of this corner is 1.5, 3.5. The length of this line is 2, this is 48 degrees, this is 67 degrees. So let's see, take the line, 1.5, 3.5. That is where I want to start the line. Distance is 2. Now I want to draw, if I draw it this direction, there is 67 here, assuming it is an opposite line on the other side. I'm going to say it is at negative 67. Okay, can you see? Negative 67, because it is on the opposite side. I'm assuming there is a straight line here, and now the lower part, this line is on the lower part of 0 or at a degree of negative 67. Now this is 48, assuming there is an alternating angle on the other side that is 67 and 48, then it means I'm going to draw at 0 to 180 plus 48. That is 228. So at a distance which I don't know, for now I'm just going to put 228. Yes. And with these two lines, now I can select them, and what do? I mirror them. Click mirror. Now mirror line is what I'm being are requested to give on the command area. Click anywhere on this line here, and then any perpendicular point. Click on any perpendicular point like there, and there if you enter on the keyboard after clicking 2 points to make them right, that is going to be made of that. It will be made. I can now trim and enter on the keyboard the extending part. You can trim them, and with that now I can be able to very comfortably work out that. So let me come here, draw a very short line. That short line I can now be able to measure the angle there, and I can also measure the one on the lower side also, just to make sure that is what I also get. And now if you are wondering why have I gotten the angle here 48, if you are wondering how I've got that 48, note I told you there is an alternating angle here, an alternating angle of what did I tell you? 48. And now with that 48 which is alternating to this, I wanted to use this angle because I was at this point, so I could not use this 48. So I wanted to use an alternating angle to this one, which is this, and now I added up from 0. From 0 up to that point. From 0 all the way to this line. That is 20 and 32. How? No, it is not 132. It is beyond 180. From 0. From 0 to this line should be 132. Okay, it is 132 in the negative, but it is 228 in the positive. So moving in the negative, this is 132. But what is remaining? It is 48 plus 180, which is 228. So if I use at a distance of whichever 2 and an angle of negative 32, 132, I'm still going to get there. So yeah, that is okay. So for now I didn't want this because that is what I did. I didn't. I was not given that. I just wanted to work it out so that I can know what I'm doing. So the drawing is like that. If you dimension the diameter, what you have been given is 5. Radius here, what you have been given is 1. And everything else is as good as it is you have been given. So that is exactly what you have been given. And if you look here, that is what you have. So hoping you have been able to follow that. You have managed to come up with that. Grocery, you can follow that to see. Don't dimension using linear. This one, this line, you cannot dimension using linear because linear only dimension vertical or horizontal lines. So if you need to dimension that, you are going to use a line dimension. A line dimension measure lines that are at an angle. So use a line dimension to dimension that. Now there is another one here. I wanted to very quickly work out this and the next one, and then we can end the class there. So remove everything. Remove everything. Take, what do I use here? I can use rectangle, but I can also use lines, whichever. In this case, which is the simpler one to use, instead of line, let me just use a rectangle. Where do I place the first corner? I have not been given where to place it, but I have been given that the dimension of the rectangle is 2 by 5. So I am just going to place it anywhere, doesn't matter. Just click anywhere on the screen, and then say the dimension of X and Y are 2, 5. And now you can see this is 5, this is 2. The next item I would like is this circle placed at the center of that line, at the center of this line. So, and what is the radius? 1.5 is the radius. The same circle on the other side, so can copy that. So there is a tool for copying here, copy, and then the baseline for copying, the base point for displacement, where it can be anywhere. Let me just, even here, it could be even here, wherever. You just click and specify up to where you want to take it. That is there. Now I can trim the unwanted part of the circle like that, and OK, trim, enter, remove this part of the circle. There is another tool we call fillet. Fillet is used to round corners, and the ones that on the command area you can see items that are options that are in a bracket. So radius is the one I want, so write R for radius, and enter, and then specify the radius of the corner that you want to round. You want to round with 0.5, is it? Yeah, you can see the rounding of this corner is 0.5, so it is okay. Enter that, or the default one that is 0.5. So if you enter, it is the one that is picked. And then click two lines that make the corner. Again, feed it, and now with the current settings, again do the feed it again. So it has worked out with the second feeding with the same current settings that I had earlier. And now a circle. This circle is at the center here, 0.5, so I will put it at the center of this rounding. So if I move there, I can be able to see the rounding. I can put the center there, and the circle is 0.4 diameter, so 0.2 radius. And I can have another one here, 0.2 radius, and from there take the circle. Here there is another circle, diameter of 1, so there is another circle at the center of this circle, a diameter of 1, so 0.5 is the radius. And how now do I cut this here? I'm going to draw a line from the center to the outer circle, and then draw on the other side. Let me see. Take a line, draw it up to here, and then draw it perpendicular, any distance perpendicular. This line, I would like to move it from the center here and place it there. So with that, I can now copy by duplicating. There is a tool called offset. Offset, if you take it, is used to duplicate an object at a given distance. And in this case, I want to duplicate the upper line at a distance of 0.5, so 0.6 I mean. So 0.6 is the distance I want to duplicate it with. I want to duplicate that, so click that line to duplicate. After you have entered 0.6 and entered, click that line and click the side you want to duplicate it. Then I am at the center here, so I am going to duplicate the line I have drawn from the center on either side 0.2. Again, take the take this offset tool. 0.2 is the distance I want to duplicate with, and then after entering, click this line and the direction to duplicate again, and the direction to duplicate. Now that you have this, what remains is you trim. Take trim and then enter before anything, and then click all the lines you want to remove. All the lines that you want to remove, click one by one, enter to stop. And now these lines, you don't need to trim them. What you just select them and then you erase them. From there, I can dimension to get whether I have managed to do what I wanted. Dimension this space here. See, exactly what I wanted is what I have, and the rest, if you want, you can just dimension them to certify that what you have is what was expected. Yes. No. What else? The radius or the diameter of this. What else is given? I think everything is just as you can see it there. So this drawing has been completed, and if you have followed through, I hope you have managed to come up with the same thing that I have with me. Now the last drawing that I would like us to do together is this one. And you look at it very quickly using the same knowledge that I have used with the one above. I'm going to work out this very quickly. Please follow with me if you have not managed to follow up through the one that was above. Now this one again, I'm going to use line now instead of a rectangle. Where do I start? Here, and I have no coordinate here, so I'm just going to place it anywhere. Click there. So that direction is 4. Okay, this direction is 4. Just click 4. This direction is 1. This direction is 3. This direction is 2, 1, back where I started. 4, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. Now there is a circle at the center here, which is 0.5 radius. 0.5 radius. Continue the filleting and the trimming. So I can trim first, enter, and then click the unwanted parts. Now take the fillet. The fillet, choose R. Follow the direction of the command line. So first line. So the items of the options of this on the command line, which are in brackets, choose R for radius. Then specify the radius. The radius is 1, so write 1. Okay. And then now click the lines that make the rounding. Again, take the fillet with the same settings. Click the 2 lines again to fillet that also. Now the upper rectangle, 4 by 2. So okay, I can do that with a rectangle. So click there. It is at 4 by 2. With that, I can also drag the rectangle to wherever else I wanted to be placed. With that, I want to do something. What do? I pick a circle and place it here. I see it is up to the center of that. And if you want, you can just come here and divide that by 2, so that this is 1, this is 1, this is 2. Yeah, 2, this is 1, and what remains is 1, this is 2. And what remains here from here to here is 1, and then, so 2, 1, and then 1. 2, 1, 1. So it is okay. But if you don't want to use that, there is a tool that we call chamfer here. Chamfer, what is in bracket on the command, choose D for distance, specify the first distance. So assuming this is my first distance 2, the other one is 1. So the first distance is 2, the second distance is 1. Now click the 2 lines that make the first line, and is that one, the second line is this one. It is going to be cut along that line. And then the other one you can trim the upper part and like that until you get that. Note, if a corner is rounding outside, then we can feed it, but if it is rounding on the inside, then we cannot feed it. What we do there is you just press a circle and you trim that circle. So here, if I were to come and now dimension whatever I have here, you can be sure I'm going to get what I have, what is exactly given. So yeah. And yes, this is for up to this point here. The radius, if I wanted the radius here, it has been given to be that. And if I wanted this one here, is that what I've been given? Yes. And the other one here is from here to here. That is not working. Yes, and I think it has come out exactly how it was expected, the way it has been given. So that is what I have come up with. And the next drawing, I would like us to do this in a different class. For now, up to this point, I hope we have been able to follow together, and you have understood the discussion of the different drawings that we have done together. So until next class, do please stay connected. If you have not subscribed to the channel through which you are watching this video, please do subscribe so that the next time I share the videos for other exercises that I'm going to share with you later, you are going to get notified. And please also, if you have loved this video, do like it so that I can get to understand and follow with you that you are with me. And do please share with a friend so that we can get to learn together. Until we meet again in the next video that I'm going to share with you. Stay connected, and thank you for the time. See you then.